Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to 8.2.4 Easy Path for Completion. The path we're going to attempt, it will have Invade, Heavy Assault, Langur, Transducer and Life Transfer. The defenders are going to start with Civil Warrior into Beast, Guardian, Iceman and Hulkbuster along with Black Panther, Civil War, and it's going to end up with Scropion as the boss. Now for the nodes, the first one is going to be Invade, so both of the champions will have 300% increased block penetration, so you can use your Invade block champs. Heavy Assault is also there, so you can use Heavy Assault, Heavy Attack based champions also because it will do extra damage and Heavy Attack. And also there's going to be Langur, so if your power empties to 0 in between any fight, you're going to take 240% of the champion's attack and direct damage. So to avoid dying from that, you can use some cheat death and indestructible champions as well. The node to help you out is going to be Life Transfer, so try to use the class advantage champions because you will get more regen if you use class advantage. And finally there is Transducer, so if you don't hit the opponent you'll keep losing power. That is like a threat for you to go down to 0 power so you can take damage from Langur. Now for suggested masteries and boost, I would say if you have this is a very suicide friendly path because the more the damage, the more damage you will do with Invade or Heavy Assault, so you can use your ouchie masteries here. And for the boss island, you're gonna have Scropion, Morningstar and Massacre. I am gonna go with Scropion. Now here it's mostly based off skill champions that can bypass evade or auto block, and that will give them furies and that will kill off Scropion quite easily. For Morningstar there is Caltrops, and there's also the threat of Nullify and Fate Seal, so if you can use champions that are bleed immune and Nullify and Fate Seal immune, that will work really well. And for Massacre it's just Biohazard and Heavy Assault, so just use heavy attack champions. If you want to go one more further, use heavy attack based champions and that are bleed immune or are bleed and poison immune. That should work really well for Massacre. You should be able to take him down. So let's jump into the path guys and see fight by fight. Starting off the path, the first fight is going to be against a Civil Warrior. Now I'm going to use a Hyperion here because Hyperion has his power gain every now and then. So I am not really worried about the Langur node, that I will not go below 0 power and take that damage. Having said that, I don't think Hyperion is the best choice because even with the heavy attacks, his heavy attacks do not do much damage with the Heavy Assault as well. Although he is a heavy attack based champion and can also counter Langur, but I think there are better champions that you can use here. You can use your Hercules and just parry and heavy your way. He also has a cheat death, so you don't have to worry about dying. And then you can combine that with the Heimdall as well. So Hercules with the Heimdall gives you 2 cheat death mechanics, and you can use that, and you can heal up with Life Transfer. That is one way to go. So you can absolutely cheese the path with that option. Next defender is going to be a Beast. I am going to use a tech champion just because I want to have more regen from the class advantage. So I'm going to bring in Iron Man Infamous. Now he is a heavy attack based champion and you can easily combine that at the end of your combo, so that gives him extra damage. So he is a really good champion for the mutant fights on this path, and once you do build up your SP2, you can throw that out for some good damage as well. So pretty easy and straightforward fight. But then again, if you just want to cheese it, bring in a Hercules with Heimdall and you should be on your way to cheesing off the whole path. Speaking of Hercules, here he is. You notice that I took the Lango damage, but I'm not really worried because I have class advantage and I will regen to full very quickly because of the life transfer node. And all I'm doing right here, I'm just using parry and heavy, and Hercules extra attack is helping me out to kill him off very quick. You don't, with Hercules, you don't need to worry about dying. And again, if you parry it up, if you pair it up with the Heimdall, that's double cheat death, so you cannot die at all. And just use parry and heavy and those extra damage, and once you also stack up your strength, you should be able to run through the path easily. Next defender is going to be an Iceman. I'm going to use a Warlock because Iceman does a lot of damage with his Cold Snap, so make sure you bring up Cold Snap resistant or an immune champion. So for example, you can use a Colossus here. I am using a Warlock for the class advantage as well. Another great champion for the whole path is actually Corvus Glaive as well, because of the invade. He can do damage within the block, and also he is immune to bleeds and also your cold snap while his glaives are active, so he is also a really good one for this path. So depending what champion you want to use, just make sure when you use special you have you have enough power that you don't go down to 0 and take the damage from Langor. But then again, if you use your heavy attack based champions, like for example Warlock is a heavy attack based champion, so I'm just using my heavy attack and the criticals are helping me heal up with life transfer. And the next defender is going to be a Hulkbuster. I'm going to use an Hercules again, just parry and heavy. If I did not bring in Hyperion, I would have brought in a Hulkling, because Hulkling has penetration buffs on him that can do a lot of damage in block, and also he has a lot of buffs and he can go indestructible as well. Because I brought in a Hyperion, not the best choice, I had to do this fight with a Hercules. You know, I don't like using much Hercules or all of these OP champions, but for this node I had to take 2 fights. But again, Hulkling is also a good option. Again, as long as you play class advantage, it's a really fun and chill and cheese path. And then the final one is going to be a Black Panther Civil War. Very easy to deal with. Just make sure you bring in a champion that has passive stun, so he does not reflect it back on you. In my case, I am using an Apocalypse. You can use a Bishop here as well. You can use a Storm here as well. So plenty of different champions that can be used. Or you can just use keep blocking, let him throw a heavy attack, and then you can go in and attack him. So yeah, class advantage is there. I am not worried about losing much health. I'm just going to use life transfer. That's going to give me a lot more regen, and also it's going to degen me less. And once I have my SP2, I'm going to throw that, and that's going to kill him off. So simply put, for the path, use a cheat death. Heimdall would be really cool if you can bring in for all the fights. He won't let you die. Hercules can really literally run through this path, and just to be extra careful, use class advantage champions and you should run through this path easily. The boss we're gonna attempt is going to be a Scorpion. Now, let me put it easily. He has his evade on him, and the ability accuracy with the best defense for evade is increased by 50%. So you have to keep your slow on him all the time. And skill champions, there's an advantage of a note that if you prevent evade or auto block, you gain a fury that will increase your damage by with furies. So all you need to do is to keep your slow up and let him throw that specials, and if with the evade charge not working, you will gain your furies and you can slowly kill him off. So your best champions will be somebody that can stop him from evading. So for example, your Falcons will be really well, work really good here. Shang-Chi will work really well. Any champion that will prevent an evade will help you build up those furies, and you will make an easy work of Scorpion. Just one thing though, remember when he will throw specials, you will go unblockable. So just be wary about that. I would suggest you to keep pushing him to an SP2 that's much more easily evadable. Otherwise you might have to eat one or two specials, but that's okay. With my Shang-Chi, it was my first attempt and it was relatively easy. I am going with the medium, light, medium for the unblockable first. Then I try to stay back, and then I go in with the medium to put that slow on him so he doesn't evade. The medium, light, medium to remove any kind of debuffs on me, and then 5-hit combo with the stun with the heavy at the end so I can reset. And once I have enough, I will throw an SP2 and take him out. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, guys, subscribe to the channel. All of that really helps me out a lot and helps me grow the channel. I'll be back with 8.2.5, so stay tuned for that. And until then, guys, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.